So when I think about the experience that I had with the Toad, first of all, I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful for it because, you go to a different place of happiness. You realize who you are isn't what you thought you were. So when I was high on the Toad, I came to a realization that Jay's the only one that can match me. His style's impetuous. His defense is impregnable. He's just ferocious.
Welcome to the weekly sports show with the Rocket City Network. I'm your boy Mike Sean. I got my team with me. Go ahead and introduce yourselves. Start
Is that
Bobby
me?
Drake. Bobby Drake.
Okay, yeah. Bobby, Huntsville resident. Here to keep it real, holding it down.
Yeah.
Hey, Lamarcus here. Hey, let's get into this.
Yeah.
J Rig, aka J the Third.
Yeah. So this past week, oh man, it's been a long week. So as you guys know, there's a big debate going on between LeBron James versus Michael Jordan. All right. So we're going to get into that discussion. But first off, we want to start off with the panel. So one-on-one, who do y'all have? LeBron James or Michael Jordan? We'll start off with LaMarcus.
I'm going with LeBron.
Why are you going with LeBron?
Because, man, do you want – look, because that's the king, man. That's LeBron. That's Bron, man. Come on. Why would I want Bron? I want Bron. Are you asking me, can he beat Michael one-on-one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Michael can beat him too. But people out there saying he don't hold a candle to him, that's kind of crazy to me.
Okay. Bobby Drake, who you got winning?
I mean, naturally, I got Michael Jordan winning because people act like 6'9" to whatever is cool, but Michael's 6'6" too. 3 inches really don't matter nothing when you get locked up and you don't have a real go-to move. You notice LeBron, even during his prime, his real move is he back up and he just run at you fast. Mm-hmm. That ain't doing it.
Okay. Jay the Third, who you got?
Oh yeah, I got Mike too, because LeBron at 6'9", he doesn't go in the post, no post game. So any size strength advantage, he really don't have it with LeBron. Against Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Because if he out there trying to work with his handle against Mike was a great defender too. And I think LeBron is overrated as a defender. I think he an adequate defender, but I don't never think he's been a lockup man.
Okay. Cool. So you know me, I got LeBron going for the win one-on-one. We definitely can't discount Jordan's defensive abilities, and we can't discount LeBron's offensive abilities. So, it would definitely be a grudge match. And the reason why I have LeBron winning, and of course it's all hypothetical, is just the size. And I understand that size alone cannot, dictate the outcome of a game. But I think if I was a betting man, I have to put my money on LeBron. If it was just one game straight up, no best out of 5, just one game. So that's me.
Is it make or take it?
That changes.
Yeah, I gotta know. We alternate buckets. Yeah. All that kind of play into it.
So do you think of LeBron? So one of our friends, BJ James from back in the day,
mm-hmm.
he responded on my timeline saying that if LeBron got the ball first, it'd be over. What do y'all think about that? Like the whole make it, take it.
Whoever your guy is, you're gonna feel it's that way.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? To me,
that's true.
To me, but I just feel like one-on-one is more Mike's wheelhouse than LeBron's. LeBron's stuff shines once you get in a team environment. To me, if you're really watching his game, it's not really as a one-on-one apex scorer. I think he can do the one-on-one, but like one-on-one, that's what Mike does.
Got you. LaMarcus, what you think?
I'm going with the king, man. I'm going with LeBron. Now think about it, man. It's like Jay just said something. Like he said, you got the team player versus like the pure scorer, right? But at the end of the day, it's like if we just talking one-on-one, I mean, you look at it, you play 10 times, you can't tell me they're going to take 10 L's. One of them is going to take 10 L's. No.
Oh, no. That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
No. I mean, that's basketball in general. You have to play basketball a best of something.
Yeah.
Right. But you got some people on both sides that say, okay, Mike's not winning the game against LeBron, and then on the other side, you got people saying LeBron not winning one against Mike. But man, that's crazy to say that. So, if you look at their games, to me, I like LeBron game. That's just me. I prefer his game.
What does LeBron do that you like?
He's an all-around player. You want an all-around player or like a scorer?
In a one-on-one game, I want to score.
No, I'm saying a one-on-one game, of course, but I'm talking about the team aspect now as far as his game. But like you said, one-on-one game, Mike can score, but I mean, I'm still going with LeBron.
Who has LeBron ever stopped from scoring, really?
Who has Michael Jordan stopped?
I mean, as far as rivals, who on Michael Jordan's level has LeBron ever stifled even?
Say that again.
Who is LeBron even? Who on Michael Jordan's even on that tier has LeBron even stifled? Kobe killed that dude with the turnaround. And both of them. Anytime Kobe get in the post, he handling them. So if we're comparing the normal thing is to compare Kobe and Jordan. If you're doing that, LeBron ain't got no clue. He don't have a prayer down there, and that's Mike's thing.
You saying he don't have a prayer?
Not once Mike getting him in the post, it's all right, man. Well, Mike need to miss. It seemed like LeBron go-to is what that now he has that hesitation where he step back on you, and when he gets you in the post, he got really nothing. He got he has a weird turnaround situation. LeBron don't got no go-to move. Once it gets hard, it's over with.
That mid-range fadeaway he do not his go-to.
So I'm glad you guys brought up Kobe because I think Kobe would beat both of them. But go ahead, I digress.
I mean, we ain't on that, but yeah, again, I think Mike got him because when times get hard, you go to your go-to move. LeBron don't have no real go-to move.
No, he don't.
So basically,
stepping back and then running at you, man. Especially if they playing a set amount of dribbles, like a skill type of game. Nah, it ain't it. Mike get me.
So I guess Kobe would be like the denominator, so to speak. Like we actually seen Kobe and LeBron go at each other at their best. And when Mike is saying that Kobe gave it to him versus Michael, the one person that always comes up about, giving it to Michael was Magic. And that was, Michael was 7 years into his game. He wasn't the 30-year-old Mike from 93 to 94 that was just dominating. He really never had a person that can go back and forth with him versus like LeBron had Kobe. So I guess that's where the comparison is.
I mean, LeBron also has Kawhi now. He also has KD. He has a lot of people that's like, all right, man, what are you gonna do against this elite scorer? And either he's off one, which is understandable in the team setting, or they just doing work.
So is that a knock on Michael for not having a counterpart that's an elite scorer?
I mean, keeping it focused is a knock on LeBron.
Say it again?
Yeah, and then
go ahead.
I couldn't hear you, Mike.
Oh, Mike, go ahead.
Oh, my bad.
No, I'm saying keeping it focused on the one-on-one between Michael Jordan and LeBron James is a knock on LeBron. He hasn't shown the ability to stop an elite post player. Even ones that are smaller than him, it's like, all right, they got him in the post. They're probably about to score on him. That's not his thing. Yeah, he does a lot of all-around things, but he's not necessarily amazing at any of them. He just ties it together. So when it comes to scoring, yeah, he could score more points, but then the other part of his head is like, all right, let me pass it out there. In a one-on-one game with Mike, nah, you have to have your stuff together.
And then y'all overlooking what them boys did to him in 2011 when he got locked up, when JJ and the Jet was flying on him, when he was out there getting locked up by Deshaun Stevenson in the finals. No fourth quarter LeBron. Yeah, in there, it kind of showed. He ain't had no go-to move. They said LeBron had no fourth quarters. Miami lost.
So what about a 35-year-old Mike? I mean, a 35-year-old LeBron
Against Mike?
Maybe a 30-year-old Jordan. Because like who do you think was Jordan's like, counterpart? I mean, it's hard to think of another guard that was on his level other than what, Clyde Drexler probably. But
But are we saying that they ain't on his level because of Mike, the way Mike made it? You know what I'm saying? Or are we saying they ain't on a level because they're not great players? Because I think that era of basketball, it's a lot of great players that ain't getting they due because they couldn't get past Mike. If you can't get past Mike, what you gonna do?
I think this comparison would be easier if Pippen wasn't on the Bulls and Jordan had to go against Pippen, because then we would have a pretty much a way of comparing the size difference between guards. So Jordan would have, his rival would be Pippen on the defensive end, just like Kobe is LeBron's rival on the defensive end. But I guess since we never had Jordan never had that other, counterpart, that rival, it's hard to compare that. Because
yeah, I mean, can say that.
Because like Penny was too young. Because who else was on the Eastern that from like 95 to about 98? I'm trying to think of any other.
Reggie Miller, John Starks.
Yeah.
But
nobody was on the level of Kobe though.
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
But
I give you the caveat, man. When you playing on the squad, you kind of know who that guy is. The fact that Pippen was actively deferring to Mike does say something about what was happening in practice too, though. I think Mike was giving that work out there too.
Mm.
Oh yeah, Pippen wasn't gonna lock up Mike. No, I mean he can make it hard for Mike, but I don't think Pippen locked up Mike.
But let me ask you this: so if Pippen doesn't play for the Bulls, what other player at Pippen's level does Jordan play with to secure those rings and get to those championships?
Okay, wait. Before we go there, before we go there, so basically, two of us believe that hypothetically LeBron will win, and then two of us believe that Jordan will win. So we're done with that. Let's go ahead and move to the other one.
I don't.
Go ahead, LaMarcus. What were you saying,
argument
LaMarcus? Because
with
Marcus
LeBron,
is kind of bringing us to a whole different universe.
Oh,
So
my
to
bad.
speak. No, you're good.
I
No,
like
you're good.
it.
You're
I
good.
like
You're
what you
good.
were saying. I like that.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Go ahead, LaMarcus.
Hold on.
No,
What
My
is the
bad.
argument for LeBron winning that one-on-one? That he's just bigger?
That he's bigger and he can score.
He's bigger and he can score?
Yeah, he's an elite scorer. I think we can all agree to that.
Stronger. But I'm saying, okay, Mike, if they play 5 times, you saying Mike wins 3, LeBron wins 2, what?
I think.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's kind of like a hard.
I mean, how did it go? They play 5. Mike is gonna win more, and I think that Mike is gonna figure it out. I think Mike offensive bag is deeper than LeBron's.
Yeah.
Like if this don't work for LeBron, this don't work, and Mike starts kind of cutting these things off because it was working those previous games. I think that they're both kind of figuring each other out, but I think the person that can make the better adjustment is Mike, because LeBron's offensive bag isn't that deep.
Do you think LeBron's size would, if they're playing 3 games in a day, do you think LeBron's size would so to speak wear Michael down?
If LeBron played in the post, but he don't like that post. If LeBron at 6'9", 260 start going to the post, it changes everything. Some of them 6 finals losses he got, it probably be less. It'd be way less than 6 if he went to the block. You know what I'm saying? Because when he plays out there from 34 feet, he's negating his biggest advantage, his size. Because he take guards out there and he doing his thing on guards out there. But if he went to the post and they say, okay, put a big man on LeBron, now he take that big man out to 32 feet. Now it changes the whole dynamic. He dictating more. He can control more of the game.
And that's why I've always been preaching that I believe Kobe was better than Jordan, because he developed so many moves early on. Like that post move, Kobe was doing that in 2000. And Jordan really got his post game up, after the retirement. He was lethal in that. And that's one argument for Michael, is that post game would keep a taller defender at bay. And he didn't have that post game when he played against Magic.
I don't know, when Phil came, I mean, he's that triangle, the tenet of that triangle, he did go down to those areas a lot, but I think further in his career, he just adapted to use it more because he wanted to score more efficiently. You know what I'm saying? Whereas against LA in 91,
Yeah.
you could see he was still kind of playing for more areas, wasting more energy. I think he just got more efficient. Yeah, I think he got more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, but that season against what? Because that was right before the Olympics, though. So that's when Mike was at the height of his physical attributes. His powers was at his all-time high. So he was using all his powers. And I think before he still had that same bag. But it's like, hey, if I can get you mid-post and in 2 dribbles I can score, why am I gonna take 5?
Yeah. So he was,
and that preserve your legs. I mean, it's smarter to play like that. And then when you're shooting with less dribbles, people have to actually run out and get you. It's like it makes that double team harder. I'm not you can't run me into no double team. I'm getting you from the triple threat. What you gonna do at that point? And I've seen LeBron triple threat. It's nasty. When you look at Kobe triple threat, his game was more advanced, but he was also kind of wise enough to come to people like, hey man, I'm asking people, hey man, how do you do this? How do you do that? He said Reggie Miller was like he had a commercial with Kobe where he arrived and they played one-on-one and Kobe was picking his brain. And you think, man, what can Kobe learn from Reggie Miller? I just go talk to Cheryl.
Yeah.
But nah, it's like but nah, he just had that thirst for knowledge, and that kind of drove Kobe stuff. I think LeBron has it, but he's still focused on, hey man, I can do everything.
Yeah.
So in a one-on-one game where everything else is cut off and I throw you the ball, hey, you got to go get a bucket on me? Probably not. I think eventually Mike is going to find out a way to get more buckets than him.
Yeah, he's going to figure out a way to take him out the game too.
Yeah. I mean, I have heard that LeBron can get buckets at, crazy. That was from Artest had a story about it.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen a point where LeBron is just like, I'm going to get buckets and it looks okay. Them buckets versus the Warriors was nasty. He was putting his shoulder down and ramming people. I said, good God.
Yeah. I mean, it was like arch rivals.
I was going for him. I thought it was nasty. Like, oh, he hit my man with the shoulder, then the forearm. That's
that kind of brings me to the whole situation or the whole thing that people were saying, he couldn't survive in the 80s, against the Pistons. I'm like, people fail to realize LeBron knows how to use his body. It might not be in the most legal way, but he, there has been stories of him, kind of wild in the post and throwing some unnecessary bowls or whatnot. So I know he doesn't have that quote unquote killer instinct, but he's a survivor too. LaMarcus, I'll go ahead and let you. I know.
Man, a bucket is a bucket, man. Like if you straight or whatever, I don't care. A bucket is a bucket. I don't care about that, man. I don't care how it look, man. Just bucket. We good.
I feel you.
I'll be honest with you, man. If you look at the teams LeBron is on, I think a lot of people have criticism of him because he doesn't go into the post. But I mean, watching this playoff bubble, I think he tried to go into the post more than in the past. If you look at this playoffs, especially when he had the advantage down there on a smaller guard versus in the past he wouldn't take advantage of it, and I think he's trying to do it. So I mean that's my take on it.
It's an evolution. I think it's an evolution of his game for sure.
Yeah, because you can't expect everybody just to evolve like that. I mean, everybody have their own, manifestation period in which, Jordan had his, LeBron, he's still going through his, if you want to say that. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you look at their body of work, I mean, I can't see how you criticize somebody for going to the finals and coming up short when you got people out there that never been to one.
Jay,
I agree with that, but man, I can't give you credit for going to the finals and losing. Like, okay, you made it there, you lost. I can't give you credit, man. That's like, man, I almost had an A, man. I missed it by 1 point. You missed it. You missed the cutoff. You don't got an A. Why are we talking about it? You get the A.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? You got to win.
But when you don't make it to the finals, you saying it's better that you don't make it?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying at the end of every season, one person gets the credit. One team, whoever holding up that golden ball, that's it. So if you don't make it, whether you don't make the playoffs, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't get it. Because, with LeBron, it's one thing about LeBron. They say, oh, he came out to the West and he did this. He went through the West like he did the East. No, it wasn't the same. He got out there, he cried for help like he usually do. I need more help. AD arrived and he went. Now, if he took Ball and all them last year, put them in the book bag and took them to the finals, then it's cool. But you traded half your team for AD, so I can't give. I'm not okay. Yeah, you won, but I'm not going to overwhelmingly give you the props because I know, like most of the other people don't know, you've been in the West for 2 years and you didn't go to the playoffs the year before.
So do y'all think that that he's the best all-around player of all time?
Now I can get behind that.
Okay.
I can get behind that because with it, excuse me, with his game and his abilities, he combines the most attributes from a wide variety of players. You know what I'm saying? With his size, with his speed, his improved shooting, his basketball IQ, his passing ability, his his defensive presence. I mean, so I can rock with that.
Cool.
I mean, because I think if you're looking at that, if you're saying I'm gonna start a team with no players, which NBA player would I start with? You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting a franchise. I think he would be the best pick for any scenario for that because of what all he combines in one player.
And plus, he can recruit too. He can recruit. For the longest, man, I'm a Kobe Bryant fan. Like I just couldn't stand LeBron. But then I guess I had an epiphany, and I'm like, I got to stop, criticizing this guy and kind of appreciate what he does bring.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm with that. That makes sense.
It took me so long to get to that point. What you think, Mike?
No, I think it's cool. I'm as an all around player, I don't have any issue with LeBron. I'm just saying that as a skill player, I think some of his stuff could be more polished. It's hard to look at LeBron's game and be like, all right, well, you pull this move from LeBron, you pull this move from LeBron. Nah, a lot of what LeBron is doing at his size is for him because he's that big, he's that strong, he's that quick. It's like, all right, it's always a question of when his athleticism goes, what happens?
Yeah.
For me, because I haven't seen nothing where it's like, all right, he's supremely skilled. No, he's very intelligent. He can direct people. He knows how to get people that are open to direction. I don't know whether he's talking to him in the off season, but it's like, all right, man. Hey, once they come to LeBron, hey, man, you know where you are. You number 2. Even if I tell you number 1, because he told AD, hey, man, you are main option. Nah, when they started losing, LeBron had that rock. Like, all right, man, he pounding that thing at the top again. So it was like, you know what I mean? So much of what he's doing only applies to him. And honestly, even if you're looking at the form on his jump shot he's been working on, that is off too. His jump shot looking at. It's just sometimes it go in, sometimes it don't. A lot of his stuff is like, all right, if he was just focusing on this, he'd be nice. But him being as good as he is, as smart as he is, and people kind of expecting so much from him, that's kind of hobbled him.
So it's one of those things too.
What player did you want to be at one point? Like, what were you looking at? I mean, he's always been looked at. Once he shows on the floor, it's like, hey, he's going to carry us.
Yeah.
But, I think with all the expectations put on him, he's been amazing. I have nothing bad to say about him.
Yeah, it's like one of those things, like the whole LeBron versus Kobe. It's like if I had a 15-year-old who was a beast, I would show them Kobe tapes versus LeBron tapes. Because like you said, the physicality, the athleticism, that's going to go away one day. And you have to be technically sound. That's why, unlike LaMarcus, I can't pick Roy Jones to beat Mike Tyson. that's a whole different discussion.
All right. Hey, we're going to do a Zoom call after they fight too.
That'll work. So what you think, LaMarcus? Do you think LeBron is probably the best all-around player?
Yeah, I do. I really do. I mean, he can do it all, man. I mean, and then to have the career he's had with, as everybody said earlier, as far as the expectations they had of him coming out of high school, and with all like the number 1 bust that you have in the NBA, I mean, he lived up to what they had him to be, and his career is still not done. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, they can talk about the 6 losses in the finals, but I mean, he still have a career. I mean, he got 4 chips. So, I mean, I think he is the greatest all-around player.
Gotcha.
It's always confused me how much love people have for Carmelo Anthony. Being honest.
Say it again.
It's always confused me how much love people have for Carmelo Anthony. I mean, they came in, similar. Carmelo had won something in college, and it seemed like he just rode that into being loved by everybody. Like Carmelo Anthony fans and stuck by Carmelo Anthony for so long. I'm confused. It got me watching this college stuff. Like, man, what was he doing that had these guys like Carmelo Anthony as that dude? Because every year he hasn't even been to a finals. Nope. It's like he's still chasing it. So when people are like, all right, man, LeBron is this and that, I always point to, man, if he wasn't that successful, maybe people would love him more. It's weird.
Yeah, no rings. But go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
But I think Melo just got. I think Melo more embraced by the hip hop culture. I think he got that crossover appeal and he scored. But as far as his game, he never played no defense. So part of his allure, I think, is marketing, and then him being in New York. You know what I'm saying? Him being in New York, he won that chip. So a lot of his appeal is for stuff outside of basketball, to me. And that's where a lot of his love come from, because he's more identified by the regular man. You know what I'm saying? Whereas LeBron, LeBron's accessible, but not in the same kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You won't see LeBron in the club with no rappers or here in videos and this and that, whereas you would see Carmelo in those type of areas and all that type of stuff. And, anything from New York gets steroids, on it anyway, because it's New York. It's the Mecca. The Knicks is trash, but everybody's still talking about them. They've been trash for 2 decades. You know what I'm saying? So it's the New York effect, to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things where the more success you get, the more haters you have. And Carmelo seems like he has no haters. Like nobody is. They're critical of him, but they still embrace him, like you said, Jay. It has
yeah.
I mean, are they looking at him like the humble black man that after a boxer lose that first one? I mean, they hated him when he was undefeated. He lose, and it's like, all right, man, now we kind of love you. The Ali
effect. Yeah, I mean, kind of so, man. Because you see, man, he was riding high. Should have never went to New York. Went to New York. It's a travesty. Then he went to OKC.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They threw him away like trash. Then he went to Houston. They really put him on fire. Mm-hmm. Then he was out the league, and then they was begging to get him back in the league. So yeah, he like the people's champ, man.
Man, I think he should have went to Chicago.
Yeah, anywhere but New York. I mean, he signed a dumb deal in Denver to begin with. Like, why you sign all them years in Denver? You should did what D Wade and LeBron did, and been a free agent at the same time. But see, I think you got certain hoopers, man. Everybody's putting on that you got to win championships. Some dudes just want to hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like KD, he just a hooper. He ain't necessarily trying to set his legacy and trying to win championships like that. To me, he's a hooper. He love hooping. He love his craft. If he's winning as a part of that craft, he's just as happy winning or losing as long as he performs. That's what I got from him. And I think Kyrie is that same type of dude. Whereas LeBron and Kobe, they trying to set their legacy. They trying to win. They trying to win as many championships as possible. So it's like different cloths for them.
Yeah, because they're the ones who had the Jordan, effect. They're victims of the Jordan effect. The comparisons and whatnot. So,
and I think they historians too. So if you listen to Kobe or you listen to LeBron talk, they study NBA history. It means something to them. You know what I'm saying? For them other ones, I like Kyrie and KD. I don't think the history really means nothing to them like that.
Yeah, kind of like with Tyson. Tyson's basically a boxing historian.
Yeah, exactly. It means something.
Yeah, it does mean something. Yeah. So moving on. If you guys had the choice to pick your all-time NBA starting 5, who would it be? And you don't necessarily have to have all centers or all guards. You can kind of mix it up. LaMarcus, you want to kick it off?
I don't know, man. Positionless basketball or just you saying positionless, right?
My 5 versus your 5 versus Mike's 5 versus Jay's 5. Who's winning? Who are you picking?
I don't know, man. That's hard. That is
Jay, you want to go? We'll get
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I go. So my five, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start with LeBron. You know what I'm saying? I got LeBron kind of at my point. Um, I put Jordan at the two. You know what I'm saying? I'll go with KD at the three. Um, I'll go with Duncan at the four, and then I'll go with Kareem at the five.
Hmm, that's a good one. Who you got, Mike?
I got Hakeem at center. I got Duncan at power forward. I'm put, what was Malone? Malone was a small forward.
Power
You don't.
forward.
You can put him in there. You can put him in there.
And I'm gonna put Pippen at small forward. I got Kobe and I got Penny at point.
Who you got, LaMarcus? Don't say Tracy McGrady, man. Don't.
nah, man. I'm not gonna say. I gotta put Tim at the 4. I'm gonna go with Shaq at the 5. I'm gonna put Jordan at the 2. I'm gonna put LeBron at the 3. And put Magic at 1
Hmm.
at the point.
I guess for me, I have Shaq at the 5. Duncan at 4. I put LeBron at 3. Jordan and Kobe.
Well, man, we might need a draft in because we got too many of the same players,
I mean,
man.
Duncan's consistent. Hey, everybody
There
got
might need to
Duncan.
be a whole draft in.
Yeah, everybody has.
Hey,
Everybody has Duncan.
let's do that.
Yeah, I mean Duncan was that guy. Again, I respect people that you don't even got to put that ball down. Like I don't need to really dribble on you. Got to close out on me.
Yeah,
Man, that pivot off the backboard, man. Hey, guaranteed.
And all that helps spacing. Like I'm never coming into your zone, man. I can do all my work right here in this circle.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so
Hey, so we're gonna do this draft, man. We need to do that draft, man. I like it.
okay, we'll do that next show. Yeah. We'll do that.
Yeah, we need to flip a coin, find out who go first, second, and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah. Everybody got Duncan. Yeah.